a little bit and sometimes teeter over the edge. What have you seen out of him, and what's that relationship like?
Yeah, I've came to some of the OTAs, but Luke's a talented young kid. He's going to be a really good football player. Obviously, spent a pretty high draft pick on him. So I see a lot of great things. A young kid who understands the game, and once he puts 2 and 2 together, he'll start to skyrocket, I think.
Ryan, we talked to you about Robert Hainsey when you had signed your deal. Now that you've seen him through this offseason program in the weight room, et cetera, what is he looking like to you in year 2?
Yeah, I think Hainsey's taken that next step in being a pro by really hitting the gym hard this offseason. I know, talking to him throughout the offseason, he was hammering the weights, and he looks stronger this year at this time than he did last year. So, he's taking steps in the right direction from that standpoint.
Tom's always prepared, but you've worked with Brady for so long. And when you see him come out here, it's just a mini camp, right? But to him, is it ever different?
No, I think that's besides Tom as the player, Tom as the leader. That's what he does. He expects perfection at all times. Granted, it's day one of minicamp, and he hasn't been here, but when he comes back, it's like that expectation has never changed. So it was good. It really made practice feel a little bit more competitive today, and the pace was unreal. It was fast paced today.
Do you feel that difference when he's out here and he's the guy that's leading things in the huddle?
Yeah, I think that's just part of it. Blaine does a great job of leading the huddle and stuff like that too. But Tom just he's Tom. Like he expects perfection and he strives for that every day.
Ryan, you got just a glimpse of it today, but as an interior lineman, what is it like to think about going up against the D-line that has Hicks and Mayo in the same line?
Yeah, I mean when we signed Akeem, it was like we might have the biggest D line, the front interior 3 in the league, and you got very talented players in both of them, and then the young kid who got drafted in the second round, I can't remember his name, but he's the real deal. He's going to be a heck of a player, and just seeing what he's done through OTAs and first day minicamp is I'm impressed.
What do you like about Hall specifically? What's impressive?
He's really got it all. He's strong. He's got long arms, but he's also super athletic. So he's kind of got three different attributes that are very good for for how tall he is. He bends very well, it seems like. So I'm excited to see him and get pads on him and see what he can really do.
He's been in this league for a while. You've probably gone up against him at some point. What does he bring to the defensive line?
Obviously there's a bunch of size. He brings kind of that nasty factor. He's kind of one of those. He's kind of, you need one of those guys on each side of the ball, and that's kind of what he brings into that defense. Obviously, a player that's done it for a long time and at a very high level. So just adding another weapon to that D line has been huge. So.
New 2 guys on the side of you, and Shaq and whoever wins that left guard spot. What's that been like, that transition? What have you learned about Shaq?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I always joke around. I went from a 6'6", 6'7" right guard to Shaq, who's 6'1". It's a little different in the huddle, but no, like it's been good. Shaq's played a lot of football in his career. Obviously, I think he's over 100 starts and like that. So he knows how to play the game, and that helps a lot when trying to redevelop a relationship on the interior line. And then Stinney, obviously, the Super Bowl run, he played all the way through the playoffs and has been here for a couple of years now and played practice next to him a lot. So I feel like the interior gelling of the line is coming along well.
Ryan, do you expect to see a lot more ones versus ones in mini camps and training camps this time around?
Well, I think that's usually how we do it is good on good, or one versus one, as we, most people call it. So, it's one of those things, iron sharpens iron, and, our best going against their best, all it's going to do is make everybody better and more competitive. So, from a D-line, O-line standpoint, going against, Vita and Akeem and new kid and just, Shaq, you just look at our defense and you just name, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys who are top of their position type guys.
What message did Coach Bowles send to you guys before you practiced today? I don't know if he addressed the team and what's that been like, that transition from him from Coach Arians to him?
I mean, like today, it was just big on playing fast and playing smart. That's, bug, sorry.
Safety first.
Yeah, the message has always been to play smarter. Playing gritty and playing tough is part of the game, but also playing smarter. So that's one of the things that has been preached.
You guys have unfortunately lost 3 straight games to the Rams, and they went on to win the Super Bowl after beating you guys. Running the ball has been difficult against them. Is that the common denominator you come away with as an offensive lineman?
Yeah, I think, obviously we've lost, like you said, lost 3 in a row to those guys. Just playing better all around football is what we got to do to beat a team of that caliber. They have a very talented team. We have a very talented team. So obviously running the ball and playing complementary football is huge. But we just, honestly, we got to play better. Our best guys have to beat their best guys, and over the last couple years they've gotten the better of us.
Ryan, you're the first to resign after Tom announces on retirement. What was that conversation with him like? What was the pitch like to ensure that he had his centers here?
Yeah, he called me, and I'd known we'd had some conversation, but it was, he called me and said, "Hey, I'm coming back for good, for real, and all this," and I was wanting to come back to Tampa. I didn't want to have to move, and I mean, look at it here, it's gorgeous. Like, you don't want to leave a place like this. So obviously, Tom coming back helped, I guess, but it definitely it makes it that much better.
You said you kind of knew, like, beforehand, about a couple days?
No, just kind of conversation, the rumor mill's going around and all that kind of stuff. And I felt like, for me, him going out that way wasn't the way he was going to go out. So I kind of had an inkling. I didn't know until that Sunday when he called me. But I just, as a competitor and somebody who spends a lot of time with somebody, kind of knew.
Like a guy that sat on the couch for 40 days. He didn't seem to miss much of a beat at all.
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you remember most about Stinney during that Super Bowl run, those few games?
I mean, he stepped in and there was no lack of anything. There wasn't a drop off when Stinney took over for Kappa when he broke his ankle and all that. So I know I have the utmost confidence in Stinney because he's a great run blocker. He's getting better every day in pass protection, and he's a smart player. So that's kind of things most thing I remember is him stepping in and there being no drop off.
Surprised by his poise and confidence?
No, I mean that's who Stinney is. He's a confident dude. Confidence comes from knowledge and knowledge of the game. So he's got no issues with that.
Thanks, everyone.
Perfect. Thank you.